After sound check, me and Tolman and Doug smoked a little weed in the back room. That is, they smoked and I faked it. Tolman handed me the joint and I cupped it and did what I thought was a pretty convincing inhaling act. Tolman wasted his toke talking a mile a minute like always. But that was Tolman for you. "Should be a hoppin' crowd tonight, boy. You see all them hogs out there?" he said. His stringy blonde bangs hung over his eyes and you could never tell where he was looking. Tolman was a head case. He grew up in Providence, went to the Quaker prep school over the hill, did maybe a couple of years of college. Now, Mr. Alexander Tolman did everything anti-preppy, like calling motorcycles hogs and singing in a metal band. "They all out there with them hog bitch girlfriends on the back," he was saying. Geez. Doug took a deep drag and nodded while he held his smoke. I pretended to. "You ready?" Tolman said, pointing at me with the joint before pinching it to his lips. I nodded some more. As long as I kept thinking I was relaxed and that everything was going smoothly, then it probably was. Not like this was a difficult gig. 2 12-song sets of cover songs and some originals that sounded just like them. One night only, cash under the table. I'd told them I'd do it this afternoon when Tolman had stopped by the aquarium to pick up some demo tapes. That's why I wasn't toking with the guys. Weed sometimes flips me into this kind of paranoid, nothing is right headspace. And that was something I didn't want tonight, easy gig or no. I passed the roach to Doug, slid off the stack of beer cases I was sitting on, and my feet hit the ground kind of hard. "Hey, where you going?" Tolman. I made a tuning peg twist with my empty fingers. "We gotta get you dressed, cowboy." With his eyes curtained behind his hair, his smile was wicked. "Right now?" "Come on." He looked me up and down. I was in my usual clothes, canvas high tops, blue jeans, plain black t-shirt. My denim jacket was tied by the arms around my waist. "What size feet you got?" 9, I hedged. "Doug, you a 9? Doug, who was considerably taller and heftier than either Tolman or me, held up his hands and laughed. "Try 11.5. "Shit. Here, try these on." Tolman dug a pair of short, flat-heeled black boots out of his gym bag and held them out to me. I took them. Up close, Tolman had wrinkles around his mouth and eyes. He acted 25, but I was pretty sure we were talking more like 40. Scary to think that he was twice my age and still playing Van Halen and AC/DC covers in places like this. The other reason I thought him older was his wife picked him up at the aquarium the other day in a station wagon. 2 almost teen-type kids in the back seat. Okay, he could be like 32 if he'd spawned when he was like 20. I don't know, and I didn't want to know. I put the boots on. They fit, and didn't even look that bad. "Don't know, Alex. Kinda new wavy," Doug said. His face tilted like he was trying to look at the boots without actually looking at them. "They're better than what he had on," Tolman put in. "And what's new wavy about them?" "Aren't those the boots you used to wear in—" "What else do you think he needs?" Tolman tapped his own booted foot on the floor and talked extra loud in an obvious attempt to change the subject. He'd gotten dressed before sound check and was already in skin-tight spandex with a leopard print vest. "The jeans and shirt are kind of dumpy." "Jeans look okay tucked into the boots," Doug said. "Even if the boots are a little Huey Lewis." "Look," Tolman said to me. "Just keep the boots. I never wear 'em anymore." He had buckskin color suedes on now, with a pointy toe and a bit of a heel that clicked when he walked. "Take off your shirt." He rummaged in the bag and pulled out something that looked like a loose butterfly net. I hadn't moved. "Go on, try it." I pulled my shirt off and accepted the net. When I held it up, I could make out armholes. It was some kind of string vest, and when it was drawn tight, it made me look like I'd played cat's cradle in a tornado.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.